There's a good chance you come across a travel post or two in your social media feed, but how do you know everything you see is legit?
This story is about a journey documented by a travel influencer, the drama-filled lawsuit that followed it, and even how the Guinness Book of World Records has been dragged into it.
This looks so good.
Cassie de Pecol says she spent 18 months traveling to more than 190 sovereign countries around the world, and by 2017, she had proclaimed herself the first woman to visit them all.
I became the first woman on record to travel every country.
She leveraged the achievement into a successful influencer brand. She authored a book, launched a fitness app, was even recognized twice by the Guinness Book of World Records, plus a whole lot of TV and media.
Yeah, I just decided I wanted to travel to every country in the world, but do so for a purpose.
The only problem, as one watchdog saw it, Cassie wasn't the first woman to visit every sovereign country.
There are a lot of social media influencers on Instagram, on TikTok, who are making a fortune promoting brands and products and services. People need to be doing that fairly.
That's Lauren Wolf. She's with Travelers United, a nonprofit that advocates on consumer issues. And she says they found at least 2 other women who documented the milestone before Cassie. Travelers United also took exception with Cassie's posts touting that she had been accepted to fly to space. And they didn't believe that she was following the law with her enthusiastic endorsements either. The Federal Trade Commission requires disclosure if a sponsorship is paid. So they put all these accusations in a lawsuit and sued Cassie for deceiving the press, her corporate clients, and the American public.
We need to know when something is an advertisement and when it's not an advertisement.
But the filing of the lawsuit was just the beginning of the drama.
I'm here in Ushuaia, Argentina.
De Pecol declined NBC's interview requests, but her attorney told us they deny all of the material claims in the lawsuit. And they've argued in court filings, among other things, that previous fastest travelers only visited 192 or 193 countries, and that Cassie's the first on record to visit 196.
For what it's worth, the United Nations only recognizes 193 sovereign countries, the U.S. State Department's 195.
Then there was the back-and-forth battle over edits to De Pecol's Wikipedia page, leading to the banning of one anonymous account friendly to De Pecol. Court filings also revealed the Guinness Book of World Records even sent a cease and desist, telling De Pecol to stop embellishing her accomplishments. De Pecol's attorney has alleged in court documents the nonprofit has unfairly targeted his client, threatened her business partners, and damaged her influencer brand with a malicious, cruel, and personal attack.
We don't want to bring these lawsuits. We would love for the FTC or the attorneys general to take these issues on themselves.
The FTC tells us they've been trying to set examples when big companies mislead consumers on social media. And in just the last few weeks, they've proposed new regulations that would outlaw fake reviews or the buying of fake followers.
The problem is that, the FTC doesn't have enough staff.
Which is how we find ourselves with so much turbulence between this jet setter and the watchdog trying to ground her.
Noah Pransky is joining us now. It's not news that people exaggerate online, right? So talk about, when you're having this conversation with these watchdog folks, why they are so sort of intent about sticking to the letter of the law here.
Well, they say that exaggeration where it happens is not a victimless offense. They say it impacts consumers who do, whether intentionally or unintentionally, trust influencers to influence their decisions. And it's also unfair to other influencers who play by the rules because they're at a disadvantage if they're being more honest or if they're showing more disclosures and their competitors are not. Now, the FTC tells me they basically agree with that. They just have so few resources, they have to deploy them strategically.
What about social media companies, right? If you look at wherever these influencers are, whether it be Facebook or Twitter or TikTok, whatever, do they have any responsibility? And what is their incentive to try to crack down on any deception from influencers on their sites?
So legally speaking, Section 230 says they're basically not responsible for what people post on their sites. However, I did talk to a number of them, and they say they are doing things to try and encourage better behavior. TikTok tells me that they have added new tools for disclosure, easier disclosures, and that they do tell their people online, their content creators, they are responsible for kind of following the rules. Meta also tells me that when it comes to the issue of specifically being honest, truth in advertising from an influencer, they say there's no way for them to tell, really, to vet these claims. They do vet people's identities. They want to make sure that people are who they say they are. But they say neither can we nor really should we be responsible for vetting every claim that someone makes online. Yeah. That could be a whole can of worms.
Can of worms for sure. Noah Pransky, interesting stuff. Thank you very much.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Follow today's top stories and breaking news by downloading the NBC News app.